We start off with some huge news regarding our first sponsor for the K-Will Show. Plenty of NFL news, including the showcase game between the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs. And Tuesday, the NBA season kicks off. All this on episode 10 of the K-Will Show. Let's get to business. So before we get into sports news today, I just wanted to take a little bit of time to address the partnership that I spoke of last week on the K-Will Show. I would like to announce that I've started a partnership with Mission Stadiums for Multiple Sclerosis, also known as MS for MS. MS for MS is a non-profit organization that partners with Johns Hopkins Research for MS project in hopes of finding a cure for multiple sclerosis. The organization raises funds to help advance the research of multiple sclerosis. This past weekend, the CEO of MS for MS, Sam Greenberg, and myself shot a promotional video at Camden Yards in Baltimore, Maryland. Sam and I built a relationship after he discovered the K-Will Show on YouTube, and the similarities and appreciation that we both shared for sports made this a match made in heaven. As you can see, I'm actually wearing some MS for MS gear right now. Their motto is #SpreadingOrange. The color orange helps raise awareness of multiple sclerosis in the world. And obviously this is where their motto comes from. I'll make sure to link the information to contact MS for MS down below. If you or you know someone that suffers from multiple sclerosis, feel free to share this video, share the information, and help support MS for MS as they help find a cure for multiple sclerosis. So we'll start off this past Sunday with NFL news in the most anticipated game of the weekend, with the Kansas City Chiefs facing off against the New England Patriots. This game was an offensive showcase as the teams combined for 83 points total. With both quarterbacks throwing for over 300 yards apiece, this is exactly the kind of primetime game that the NFL would look for between two high-class teams. Although the Chiefs have one of the most dynamic offenses in the NFL, and coming into this game, they were one of two remaining undefeated teams in the league, the Patriots were expected to play a perfect game in order to beat the offensive juggernaut behind Kansas City, and that's exactly what they did, winning the game 43-40 on the last second field goal from Stephen Gostkowski. Now, by football standards, a perfect game has never really been defined. But on Sunday, the Patriots put together one of the most beautiful games ever seen by a football team. In this game, they made history by becoming the first team in NFL history to not record a penalty or punt the ball one time throughout the entire game. Even in a game where the Patriots played a near perfect football game, the second-year quarterback of Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes, went blow for blow with the veteran and arguably the greatest of all time, Tom Brady, in a game that showed possibly what could be the future of the NFL, with Patrick Mahomes being one of the top quarterbacks in the league. In a stellar game where most fans would not have much to complain about, there was one play that stood out in particular. Toward the end of the game, there was a pivotal play in Chiefs territory where rookie linebacker Breland Speaks had the opportunity to sack Tom Brady in what would have been a pivotal play in the late comings of the game. With the high enforcement of roughing the passer penalties being called in the NFL this year, Speaks looked to have Brady wrapped up, only to release him, thinking that the ball had already been thrown. With the play still in progress, Tom Brady would scramble out of the pocket and eventually run into the end zone for a rushing touchdown. The controversy behind this play does stem back to that roughing the passer penalty that's being enforced. I spoke about this in the past with Clay Matthews in a video before. I'll try to link that above. But with a lot of players trying to avoid getting this penalty and hurting their team, Breland Speaks in particular felt that he was cheated out of an opportunity to sack Tom Brady, and he blamed the entire incident on the possibility of being penalized. With this game being a potential AFC playoff game, the Chiefs would allow 500 total offensive yards to the Patriots. And even with the firepower coming from Mahomes, this definitely has to be of concern to head coach Andy Reid about his team moving forward. Even with the spectacular play from Patrick Mahomes, the Chiefs defense definitely has to carry their weight if they do hope to make a true playoff run toward the Super Bowl. Okay, so stop me if you've heard this before. Late in the fourth quarter, Packers are down, and their offense is on the field with Aaron Rodgers at the helm. And we all know what happens next. After a touchdown pass to tie the game at 30, Rodgers led yet another comeback victory, this time against the 49ers at Lambeau Field, with the Green Bay Packers defeating San Fran 33-30. Rodgers became the first quarterback in NFL history with 400 plus passing yards, multiple touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. In my opinion, the real story of the game, however, is the fact that Rodgers had to lead yet another miraculous comeback but this time against a 1-5 team with a backup quarterback leading the offense. Even in a win, this brings up multiple questions about the organization. Many fans, including myself, question the leadership of the team and the handling of a Hall of Fame quarterback such as Aaron Rodgers. The Packers have found success in the past with Rodgers, winning the Super Bowl back in the 2010-2011 season. However, since then, the Packers have not advanced past the NFC divisional round since 2013. Having the most talented quarterback in the history of the NFL is a luxury most teams would love to have. Here's looking at you, Cleveland. But to only have so little team success as a whole, you have to start questioning the organization and the management of the team. In that 2011 Super Bowl run, the Green Bay Packers placed 5th as a total defense, led by Defensive Player of the Year, Charles Woodson. Since 2011, however, the Packers defense has not even placed inside of the top 10. Aaron Rodgers has shown that he can carry a team alone on his back, but football is a team sport. If one side of the team isn't carrying their weight, this is where a lack of success comes from. And to be wasting away one of the careers of one of the greatest quarterbacks that we've seen is a true travesty. Rodgers has shown that he can get it done with multiple weapons, as his arsenal of receivers has changed throughout the years. Obviously, when Rodgers is surrounded with a great defense as well, he's shown that he can provide success for the organization. This is where my opinion comes into place that the organization is to blame for the lack of success of the Packers so far. As the Packers head into the bye week, there are numerous questions in the air for the organization and the leadership moving forward. We'll see how this all pans out week 8, as the defense will truly be tested against the #1 team in the NFL currently, the LA Rams. Aaron Rodgers is definitely going to bring his best game to the table. The real question is the defense going to be able to provide the support that they need in order to win high caliber games against high quality teams? On Tuesday night, NBA fans rejoiced as the NBA season tipped off. The first game of the night was between the Boston Celtics and the Philadelphia 76ers. Philly and Boston ended last season ranked number 2 and number 3 in the playoff rankings, and this game showcased 2 of the potential Eastern Conference teams looking to take over the throne after LeBron went west to LA. Unlike last season, the Celtics came into this game at 100%, with their returning stars Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward coming back from injury. After being out for an extended period of time, the two showed they still had a little bit of rust to knock off after not being able to get into the offensive flow as well as they would have liked to. Even without their 2 stars performing at their highest level, the Celtics will take the victory 105-87. The Celtics will get a big push from their second-year forward Jason Tatum, however. He would finish 9 for 17 with 23 points, tying for the game lead with Philadelphia's Joel Embiid. Tatum is poised to take a huge leap in the Celtics' game plan after a stellar rookie season last year. He has continued to show that he has what it takes to compete with some of the top stars in the NBA, and this season looks to be a breakout year for him. Boston at full strength is easily one of the most dangerous teams this year, as they had 5 players scoring in double figures in the game against Philadelphia. Many experts believe that the Celtics have the best chance out of any team to defeat the reigning champion Golden State Warriors in the NBA Finals this season. Segue. Which brings us to the second game of the night, as the Oklahoma City Thunder will travel to San Francisco to play the Golden State Warriors. The pregame festivities showcased the Golden State Warriors receiving their championship rings after sweeping the Cleveland Cavaliers in last year's NBA Finals. That still hurts. Still hurts. Oklahoma City will be without their MVP point guard Russell Westbrook, as he recently had knee surgery and was slated to miss the season opener. On this night, the Warriors would control the majority of the game and would end up winning at a score of 108-100. Steph Curry led the Warriors with 32 points, and Kevin Durant chipped in with 27 of his own. Paul George would lead the Oklahoma City Thunder with 27 points of his own as well. After adding all-star center DeMarcus Cousins this past offseason, the Warriors are looking to become the first team since the 2001-2002 Los Angeles Lakers to compete the three-peat of NBA Finals championships. Is it possible that we have a collision course with Boston and Golden State in the NBA Finals this year? Only time will tell. You can continue to tune into the K-Will Show to find out though. And that's gonna do it for today's show. We reached a milestone today with 10 episodes of the K-Will Show. It's been a journey so far, As always, I just want to thank you guys. If you want to continue to learn more about sports and get your sports news from the best source, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. Make sure to ring the bell to get more notifications on when I release my videos. Continue to like and share the videos. Let's continue to grow this brand. Obviously, we're getting some backing now, so we're getting this train rolling. It's the K Will Show. I'm out. Peace.